That was good. That's absolutely ripped out there. Hi, we're on. Today I'm going to practice left-handed golf off the grass. Now, golf is hard, eh? Why is golf so hard? Well, I'm going to discuss that today. Must be one of the toughest games ever, surely. I think it's so tough because I've got a choice here. That or a world-class leather glove. I think it's so tough because the golf ball is static. And Dr. Izzy Justice mentioned that you have a new swing thought, or a new thought comes into your brain every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds. Now if a new swing thought enters your head, or a new thought enters your head every 5 seconds, then on your pre-shot routine, how many 5-second intervals is that? So you're standing there about to hit your shot, and generally the new thought's going to be a thought of doubt. These are all Pro V1 golf balls that I use for short game, probably too good for left-handed practice. Anyway, but that 5-second gap, you know, you've got 5 seconds, there's a new thought coming into your head, and it's like, it's just interference. And I look at other sports like tennis or football. Let's take tennis for example. A ball comes to you in tennis. That ball comes to you and you immediately react to that ball. You don't even have 5 seconds for that thought or that negative thought to come into your head. So you're just purely, it's instinctive. You're reacting to a moving golf ball. Moving golf ball? Moving tennis ball. But in golf, it's standing there looking at you. Let's clip a few wedges to begin with. I've been dying to do this, dying to practice balls off grass. Now this is a pretty scruffy area on the golf course. So the lie's a little bit scruffy, which is perfect. Because the game's hard and I want the lie to be as generous as possible. So, golf is hard, yeah? And that ball lying there right now, that Titleist ball with practice written on the side of it, is looking up at me and it's like, Steve, what are you going to do to me? You know, it's like, it's not like it's moving and it's dynamic, it's just looking at me going, it's totally up to you, Steve. Totally up to you to do this. And I think about other sports like football. I could play for 5 or 10 minutes for Manchester United and probably get away with it. And if you take Man United star, you take Garnacho for example, and put him on the first tee at the Open to hit a couple of shots in the space of 5 or 10 minutes, he's found out straight away. There's no hiding there at all. Whereas golf, the nightmare of golf, is just exactly that. The ball has not got a clue what's going to happen to it. And I have no idea what I'm going to do to the ball, although that was probably a fantastic wedge shot to warm up with. I went for a lesson, you've possibly seen that video. Everything still goes to the right because it's upper body that's controlling it. Then you shank it down the 15th fairway where there's guys coming down. And that's exactly what I mean by golf being hard. And I appreciate I'm just warming up just now. And once I go into my 7 iron, 6 iron, I'll be feeling on it. But it just shows you, you know, how hard the game is. Shank. Practicing off grass, there's no substitute for that. There is no substitute for practicing off grass. The range is great and it keeps you dry and warm, but there's no substitute for the grass. So hitting these alright, but they're all going to the right, which is over the top pool. Path out to in. I'm trying to think back to my lesson as to what I had to do there. So my trail foot had to be more 90 degrees to my target. Let me move the camera. Pop that cane down as a reference point. So my trail foot 90 degrees to that before it was too flailed out and it encouraged or discouraged my turn through. So there. Connection between upper arm and upper body. There to allow the body to turn to take everything with it. Instead of the disassociation or the top half outriding the bottom. Good again, but again to the right of where I'm aiming. Right, let's sort this out. Okay, let's change club. Let's go 8 iron. 8 iron down that channel. Tough work. The lie's shit now. That's better. So I'm trying to aim on that third white post from the end. It's actually very, very good to get on the grass. Okay, compression here, I kept my weight on my lead foot there, so I tried to think more Eureka golf swing. Started with a little bit more weight on my left and got my lead side, my right side, and got into it there. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. So my weight was more on my lead side there. Now, just to clear something up, there's no Titleist deal. That's all my old stuff I use for my left-handed gear. So, I was more on my lead side there. As the club came back, I stayed on my lead side and through. I'm just doing what I class as Eureka basic motion. 8 iron. Good. So basic motion with Eureka golf swing is trail arm below parallel, horizontal, sorry. Associated motion is at the horizontal, and then full motion is past the horizontal. Now I find it hard to get a full swing with left-handed anyway, so I'm really focusing on just getting to a basic motion. My weight's on my lead side, I leave it there and just explode down the shafts. It's good to practice out of lies that aren't great though. You know, as I say, getting away from that range thing. That's the reason golf's so hard, is because we come on the golf course, we've been on the range, we've got this nice flat surface, and we've hit off that that consistent surface every time with no slopes, no up and downs, nothing. And now all of a sudden, I'm out here on grass, ball slightly above my feet, hairy lie, and having to adapt to that. And I've never practiced that. Never ever practiced that. Starting to warm up now. Never practiced that, and how many people do practice that? Not many at all. I'm going to move on to a slightly more consistent lie. But do you know what I think? I don't think golf should be this hard. That's a crazy thing to say. I think there should be you get to a position where your ball positions, your lie is amazing. If you've got an amazing lie and you are 60 yards to the green, you should never miss-hit that. Ever. That's ripped. There should never be a miss-hit there on what I've just mentioned. See, there's a shank from nothing. I felt as I was standing quite far away from it there though. There's a heavy one. So great shot, shank, heavy shot. 3 shots in a row. It's harder this for me. So Eureka golf swing's great, but this is harder for me because I'm so right hand dominant. You know, anyone else that's taken up a golf swing or taken up a sport, Eureka golf swing for example, if they're right-handed, would do the natural side for them. That's why this challenge is so good. See? So, great shot, shank, duff, great shot. I was more constructive there. I was much more using practice stroke to feel where I was going to go. I've moved those canes just now purely because the ground's so messy and I'm going to have to move them a lot right now. And I'm in such an early process, I need all these practice swings to feel. Oh, f*** off. There. Connection between trail arm and side of the body maintained through to there, hitting under the tree. That's the feel. See on the mat, I've got the confidence to strike the ground on the mat to feel where I'm going. In the grass, I don't really have the confidence to do that. Awesome. If I shank now, bye bye camera. So I should just strike the ground. What's the harm in that? Hell, it's way to the right. Hit the tree, out of bounds. Not got that. I've got more this. So it's the ones that go to the right are good strikes because the path is over the top with a face square to the path. So I'm swinging out to in with the face square to it, going across this way. I need to be more in to out. Okay. I need to be more in to out. I need to be more along my top cane. More there and closing over using the closure rate. Okay, I've got this. There it is. Oh, it was so good. So that's the first, and that was pure down the middle. Little draw on it. Path was out to the right. Face was closing to that path as I was there, keeping that ball under the tree, as Ian said. 2 in a row, really good strikes, really good little draws. Let's see if I can recapture that down the line. And from my experience of videoing myself, it's very hard once you put the camera on specifically to prove that you can do something. So I'm into out and the face is closing over as I'm doing that. So I'm in there, that's it. I hit it a little bit heavy, but the start line was much better. And there was a touch of draw. I guess the draw was a heavy strike which closed the face a touch. See, so I can get it going up with that little draw. Superb. Superb. I have to remind myself in every shot though, this is why the game's so hard. It's the reminder. I play right-handed, there's no thoughts like that at all. I play right-handed, I'm thinking wind, ball position, 6am, punch it, boom. Here I'm thinking, oh my god, make sure that left foot's square, make sure the right foot is flared out, make sure my stance is open to my target line, make sure my backswing is X distance, make sure the connection stays there, make sure when I come through the bottom half of the body goes first. Now I need to swing in to out, but I need to get the club face to close over as well, so I'm taking loft off to keep it under the tree. Right-handed, you just stand up and hit it. Good again, so you can see that. So I can do this, and there's compression here, you know, it's ball, turf, strike, which is great, it's everything Eureka. This cane saved me today. My shoulders there, my feet are here, my path out to the right, left. Out to the right as the face closes over, that's it. So that's good. I mean, it started a little bit too far to the right and it's turned over, but that I don't mind the curve. I just don't want to start it left and hit it in a straight line. Let's hit a few of these. Feel that right-handed feel into left hand. That's tricky, it's tricky work that. Get in there, let's change club. pretty good, just never got the draw. I did nothing different there, as in iron swing to hybrid swing. I did nothing different. I tried to keep all the same feels. That was good. That's absolutely ripped out there. That was amazing. I'm really starting to feel that club face closes over, which I think I've been scared to because I've missed the ball to the right so often. But it feels now that it passed a little bit better, I can afford to do that. That's good. There it is. I didn't feel as comfortable with that. That's so good. Here's the Bridgestone Tiger ball, which I've been holding off for. Let's get a decent lie for that. So that was Tiger Woods' golf ball. There's a story behind that. Tiger's actually hit that ball. At the Open Championship, Royal Troon. I'll tell you how I got my hands on that soon. And now I've just flailed it way out to the left. Let's finish off one more. Keep it under there, feel that. What a ball to finish with. I'm taking that all day long. So there we go, that's just a few reasons why golf's hard. The ball's sitting there doing nothing. If the ball was rolled to you, golf would be much easier. Hitting a slightly moving golf ball, I think that'd be much easier. But it's also the amount of time you have to think about your technique, your those 5 seconds, you know, the negative thoughts coming in. If you're not fully confident on the shot, I mean, I hit a few shots there that I felt, you know, before you hit it, you're like, this is going to be a good shot. And then you've got the alternative feeling or the other feeling that this I have no chance here. And that's the game, that's what we've signed up for. But the good ones, when you get them, they totally outweigh the bad ones, don't they? I mean, it's that buzz, that feel. Do you know what is awkward being right-handed? Playing left-handed is collecting the golf balls. You have to get a right-handed wedge to pick them up. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this left-handed journey. If you're not, please tell me, because I don't want to waste my time making content that nobody wants to watch. I will still play left-handed golf regardless, but not necessarily film it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.